Polaris is most well known as the North Star, and it's also a Cepheid variable star. This means its mass, age, and physical conditions cause periodic oscillations with a period that is proportional to its intrinsic luminosity. In much simpler terms, its brightness varies over time. Polaris is famous as a beacon for early navigators, as if you can find it, you'll know where the direction of north is, and therefore where all of the other directions are. It's also the closest Cepheid variable to Earth at just about 445 light-years away, so it's been the subject of intense study. Polaris is part of the constellation Ursa Minor, or the Little Bear. More specifically, it's at the end of the handle of the Little Dipper within the constellation. If you were to somehow sit outside and stare up at the sky all night, almost every single star would appear to rotate through the sky, except for Polaris, which would remain in exactly the same spot until the sun came up. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at Polaris, shall we? Why is Polaris the North Star? Well, the North Star is more of a position or a title than something inherent to Polaris. It hasn't always been the North Star, and it won't always have that title either. You probably know, or at least you should, that Earth spins on its axis, and it has a northern and southern hemisphere. From the very tip of the northern hemisphere, if you were to draw a straight line out into space, that line would point at Polaris. Its position as the North Star makes it the only bright, motionless star at night. It also makes it a more consistent navigational tool than even a magnetic compass. Polaris's name even comes from its position, being taken from the Latin Stella Polaris, which means pole star. In ancient Greece, it was known as Kynosaura, and I probably said that incorrectly, which can be translated as dog's tail. This word later became the Latin word cynosure, and again, probably said that completely wrong. And this word is sometimes still used today to refer to the center of attention or something that serves as a guide. Like I mentioned before though, Polaris's position as the North Star is not permanent. The spin of Earth's axis undergoes a motion called precession, which basically means it wobbles over time. This wobble happens over a period of approximately 26,000 years, and it means that Earth's northern axis gradually points at different things. In about 3000 BC, the North Star was instead a star called Thuban, or Alpha Draconis. Polaris will be closest to the North Celestial Pole in about the year 2100. After that, the northern axis will start to point away from it, and in about 13,000 years, the North Star will instead be the bright star Vega. Then, in 26,000 years from now, Polaris will once again be the North Star. Since there's a North Star, you might be wondering, is there a South Star? And unfortunately, there isn't. Currently, there is no star in the direction of the southern spin axis, at least not one that's visible to the naked eye, so there's no South Star. Polaris is actually not just one star. It's a triple star system, with its members being the yellow supergiant Polaris A and the white main sequence stars Polaris AB and Polaris B. Polaris is a variable star. This means its apparent magnitude changes over time, although these changes aren't visible to the naked eye. Polaris B can be seen with a small telescope, but Polaris AB is too close to A to be seen. All three stars are of spectral type F. Polaris A is the member of the system that we can see with the naked eye. AB is its close companion, orbiting it in about 30 years. The third star, Polaris B, orbits both of these, but about 100 times further away. There are two more stars, Polaris C and D, that were at one point thought to be fourth and fifth members of the system, but they're not physically associated with the other three stars. Polaris A is 4.5 times more massive than the Sun, has a radius 46 times larger than the Sun's, and is 2,500 times more luminous than the Sun. It's a variable star, classified as a population 1 Cepheid variable, and it's the brightest variable star in the sky. Its brightness varies by 0.03 magnitudes over a period of about 4 days. Polaris AB sits at an average distance of around 17 astronomical units from A and orbits it in, as I mentioned before, around 30 days. Polaris B is at least 2,400 astronomical units away from A, and its period is therefore much longer, at least 42,000 years. Polaris is a very cool star, and it's a great example of how stars and astronomy have been historically significant, especially in navigation. I hope you enjoyed learning about Polaris, and I hope I was able to tell you something new. I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like and a comment, and of course you can subscribe if you ever want to see more. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day, and I hope to see you next time.